Right, what's on people, Ring Road Map here, and today we're going to talk about Chris Eubank Jr. versus Nigel, or no, not Nigel, Connor Benn, okay? This is a rematch. I predicted last time that Eubank was going to win, and I got that one correctly. Let's see if anything changes in my prediction this time, and let's get right into this. So the first thing we'll see with Eubank a lot of times, and this is also one of the things which cost him against Liam Smith, is the waistband mother. Every time he finds himself in trouble, he turns or he leans over to that right side of his, and he ends up smothering his opponent right here, where he tries to initiate a clinch. Let's see another one here. Gonna see him jab, and then try to smother again, because he knows that Nigel Benn, or that Connor Benn, is gonna try to come forward aggressively. Okay, so he just leans over to that side, and this was effective in the first fight because there was only one direction that Nigel Benn was going to, or going in, which was forward. However, let's see if he adds some backward movement this time, or even some diagonal angles, lateral angles. If he even does a little bit of those things, Connor Benn can take advantage of this habit easily. He can easily find openings in this move by Chris Eubank. So here you're gonna see that once again. I think he got hurt a little bit here, and then he hooked with Nigel Benn. He knew that, not Nigel, Connor Benn. He hooked with Connor Benn, and then he felt that, okay? So he decided to initiate a clinch and smother on that left side, or on that right side of his. Then here again, he knew Connor Benn was going to try to come in with that short right hand, so he just dipped down. He waited for Connor Benn to come forward. Okay, now for the next fight, one adjustment I would like for Connor Benn to do is definitely add more backward movement. You can't be charging in all the time, because Eubank will just sit there, he will just dip down and wait for you to come in and smother your own offense. You have to learn how to step back, you have to learn how to make angles on the side, or you have to learn how to pivot around, make angles on the side, make angles diagonally, and things like that. You can't just be charging in forward. That works against flat-footed opponents or scared opponents, but Chris Eubank is used to getting hit by way bigger guys, so that's not gonna work. So here we're gonna see the low parrying hand of Chris Eubank. One thing we see a lot with Eubank is he's got a loose guard on both sides, both his right glove and his left glove. He's very relaxed, and he does that because he wants to speed up his counters, and he wants to keep this long guard so that he's always ready to throw a check hook. But right here, you will see that his low glove actually cost him, because he would always parry it too late or too early. Okay, so he got hit right there with the jab of Connor Benn. Then here you're gonna see that once again. He's got that low parrying hand. I'm not sure if he's gonna get hit, or there. He got hit with the jab right there as well. Did not parry it on time. Then here he got hit with it again. You know, the parrying or the low rear hand is good if you're fast with your parries, but for Chris Eubank, he's a little too slow to parry. That's why he gets tagged a lot with these jabs. And this is another thing I would like to see from Connor Benn the next fight, or in the rematch. Throw more jabs from different positions. He's got quite a good jab, I would say. He's more known for his swings, but Connor Benn, if he threw it a little bit more, he actually has a pretty snappy jab, okay? From the hands down position, from the high guard position. He just needs to use it more. Okay, and if he does that, he'll be able to set up his power punches much better than just charging in carelessly. And then we also saw overhands from Connor Benn in that fight. Good overhand because Eubank's lead hand is always down, okay? He doesn't have a shoulder roll either. So he just relies on pulls and step backs to dodge the overhand or the chopping cross. That time it was a chopping cross. Then right here, again, he tries to go for the overhand, but the long guard of Eubank kind of got in the way, and that's why he was able to defend against that overhand right. Okay, one adjustment that Connor Benn can do to make this punch more effective, he has to allow Eubank to have confidence in his offense and make him commit a little bit more, because Eubank is very cautious because he knows what's going to happen if he throws that jab. Conor Benn is going to come forward. He's going to charge in. But if Conor Benn was a little more diverse with his offense, he threw like with more variety, he would definitely catch Eubank a little bit easier than just going with the overhand right all the time. Then finally, another thing that, or the last thing that Chris Eubank really used against Conor Benn, which frustrated Conor Benn all night, is that check hook. Okay, he probably learned this from Roy Jones. He's really relaxed with it. He just swings it with that relaxed arm, as you can see, with that hands down position. And here you're gonna see that once again. He just pulls back, steps back a little bit, and then throws a pull hook. Then here he doesn't really land a 3, but he does land the 6 to the body. And then finally here, you're gonna see him throw in that 3 as he's moving backwards. So he's really, boom, he has so much variety in his check hook. He knows how to throw the check hook while he's staying planted. He knows how to throw it while he's moving backward. He knows how to throw it while he's leaning back. So in order for Conor Benn to figure that out, he needs to throw the jab a little bit more. Give Eubank something to think about rather than just going for the right hand. Because if he always leads with the right hand, Eubank already knows that he can just throw that hook over the top. So that's why he's very confident with his check hook, okay? So for the next fight, if Conor Benn wants a chance at winning this, first, throw more jabs. Second, add backward movement to the mix. Don't just try to start an inside fight all the time. And what else? Change levels. That might help as well. But let's get to my prediction for this fight. While I do think that Conor Benn can do better things and can probably make it closer, I will still go Eubank in this fight. He's just much sharper and he's much more equipped to combat or to counter all the weapons of Conor Benn, okay? The only thing that I'm worried about is really, first of all, the overhand right of Conor Benn. I think that has a pretty good chance of landing on Eubank if Eubank gets too confident. But fortunately for Eubank, he has decisive advantage. But then again, we saw him get wobbled last time, or in this fight when he got caught with that hook. So we never really know. He has decisive advantage, but we can't get too confident. Anyway, I would go Chris Eubank in this fight. I'm hoping for a KO around rounds 10 to 12, but I'm leaning more towards a decision win again. But again, it would be more exciting if it ends up in a KO around round 10 to 12. So that was it. I'll see you guys soon. Subscribe if you're new. Peace out.